So, on this chapter, we're going to talk about finding your why. So we touched on that a little bit in the last module, but we're going to talk about what that looks like. Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. So I think when it comes to running a business, quite honestly, I don't want to scare anybody, but it is a lot of work. In the initial years, you might find yourself burnt out and exhausted and going through a lot of trial and errors, something not working, something working. You won't see profits right away. So it's really important to start off at the right footing where you know what your why is and you're passionate towards the work you do. Don't they say the cliched saying, oh, if you love what you do, you don't have to work a single day in your life? That is so true for business owners, because if you don't like what you do, quite honestly, you don't start a business. I'm sorry. So it's important to find your why. Constance, you want to talk about how you found your why and like how did you really start this practice?
So finding your why, not your how. So everything needs to have an emotional component, and exactly what she's saying. If you don't love your business, then it's not going to work. I mean, I'm working a lot and probably maybe 40, 50 hours. I mean, to be an owner, not an operator. Right now, I'm more being an operator than an owner. But as I'm starting to journey through, I'm understanding that my passion and the things that I align to really keep me going. So what are the emotional components of what I need to move my business? And what's my why? And if your why is not big enough, then it doesn't matter how. How will come. But if you're focused on the why. So for me and my business, it was about building a practice where people could come holistically and be able to get everything they need emotionally, mentally, spiritually, bring their families, bring their spouses, even their business, and they could come to one place and get all that done, which is the Constantly Healthy Wellness Center. That was my vision. And it wasn't matter how, because I was alone in a little office. I was nervous to spend the $900 a month on this little office. I was so afraid that I wouldn't have any clients. But you have to kind of, take that chance, right?
Absolutely. And something you mentioned, I want to kind of expand is owners and operators. What's the difference? And the way we think owners work on the business. What's the vision? Where are we headed? Why is what's happening? They're a little more strategic, and operators are more in the day-to-day and weeds. And obviously in the beginning, you're going to be a bit of both. You're going to be juggling, and that's why those initial years are so hard. But your goal is, if you really truly want to expand and be a business owner, is to be an owner, not an operator, or at least not get stuck here and have a good balance of the two.
And if you have a really strong why, it won't matter. So my why is to change the world, and I wanted to answer that question, which is on the university as well, is the how-to guide. So this whole university is about how to find a therapist, how to build a practice, how to be in a successful relationship, how to be a successful parent. So that's what was my biggest why. I wanted to reach as many people as I could and take the fear out of therapy, and not just being a talk therapist, because those are nice and it's good to have a good conversation with people, to really, really build momentum and get people in and out, really exploring their beliefs and breaking through. And my why was strong enough, which got me through those first couple of years and even those kind of tough months where I really didn't know what I was doing and not sure how to bring in profit, but I had that why that was strong enough to carry me.
Yes. And I would ask yourself, why do you want to start a business? Why do you have a business if you have one today? What does it mean to you, and where are you really headed? But then why are you headed there? What emotional satisfaction, peace, meaning will it bring to you? Because at the end of the day, those meanings will matter the most, more than profits, more than any sort of other recognition. And it's important to stay aligned and be focused with that why.
Awesome. Great stuff, guys.